Hi, I'm Tom
And I'm Heather.
from Shadow Fields and A Garden of Souls and
Storybook Jane.
and Humphrey-McKeown originally.
Yep.
Why are we here?
We're here because we have some news.
Okay. This Sunday, which is August 30th, marks the 14th anniversary of our working together. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that first day?
Yes. I came in and I sang into the microphone and I was horrified at my voice, I remember. And I went home and I was so embarrassed because I was like, I don't know if I could do this because my voice is terrible. Like when you hear it back, that feeling of like such a vulnerable thing, you're hearing your voice back to you because typically you
For the
don't.
very first time.
Yeah, I was kind of horrified, but I brought in a song and we started to work on it. So
Yep.
that was
good.
Yep.
And I didn't know how it was going to work out at all, you know.
Because I had no experience on songwriting, and the thing that you were listening to.
But you were interested in it, and that's what made it special. And also, we cannot forget the squeal. Oh yeah. Because when she looked around and she saw all the stuff in the studio, she let out a little bit of a squeal. Like, you know, like just kind of like, hey, this is exciting. This is new. This is fun. Yeah. It's like an audio playground.
It was like a playground. Yep. It was an amazing sandbox to play in.
That was 14 years ago. It's really hard to believe. We started out writing for publishers at first. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, at the very first, we were just writing. We wrote for ourselves,
for people like Tony and Michelle for their wedding.
Kate and Brian
and their wedding.
So we were writing a lot of wedding stuff for a while there.
Yeah, and, it was fun though. It was good.
And then we started writing for publishers and got nowhere.
You work on songwriting chops in any way you can. Right?
Absolutely. You know, how do you write a better song?
You write another song. Yeah.
That's the best way to write a better song. Mm-hmm. Always. And so that's carried true. You know, 150, 200 songs later, we've done a lot. So 14 years, and in that 14 years, after we wrote for publishers and then finally gave up, then I remember one of our first outings as kind of, you know, besides like the coffee house kind of thing, then we put out this little A Few for You. And
it was Vanessa Eckelberger, right? Eckelberger's her name?
Yeah.
Was it down in Romeoville?
Yeah, Romeoville. And it was a songwriter's night or something like that. Yeah. And so we did a bunch of songs that ended up being on the first album. Mm-hmm. The first album was all about the stuff that we were writing for publishers. We'll put that one away there. And then...
that was our Mishmash album.
And then all the stuff that we sent out to publishers, then we put on this one, When the World Was Young.
Yeah. And
that came out in...
It has the song on it that I think is the most beautiful one that you've ever written, which is When the World Was Young.
I thought it was going to be I Wonder Why.
Oh, no. Is that on there?
Yes, I wonder why.
We got to get that off that album.
That is a beautiful song. You have to listen to it, people, and you tell me if it's beautiful or not. I think it's beautiful. 2012. Yep. That was on our first real CD.
Mm-hmm. It has like
came out.
90 songs on it, too.
Yeah, it's like,
I think, there's 13, I think.
Yeah, 13 or something like that. And then we got in trouble on Train Tracks, and a year later, and came out with On My Way Home.
Mm-hmm. And that actually is fun. Deborah King helped us with that album cover. And our very most amazing gig that we had was down is it Union Station? It was Union Station in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
For the National Ride the Train Day.
Yeah.
And people saw that.
They did not like this cover.
No, because you're never supposed to be
here
on a train track, ever. And that was like a huge no-no. And here we were touting this album and the album cover. It's one of the first interesting dichotomies, I guess, of
that was a really fun day.
It was.
It was really cold. It doesn't look like it's really cold, but that is all snow, and it was blowing, and it was really, it was really nasty. When we went over to, was it Union, Illinois, and we took some more pictures that are on the inside of that for that album cover with
I like that
with
album.
Deb. That was a lot of fun. That we started honing in a little bit. There was a few carryovers that we didn't put on the first album because they just wouldn't fit, and then we wrote more. And then we put out the one that is invisible. You'll just have to imagine this one right here. The Christmas winter-themed album.
That was so fun.
That was also 2013, and that was just for you. That was kind of like your Christmas gift. And so I had a bunch of, it was a mishmash as well.
It was.
There was a couple things that were kind of Humphrey-McKeown at the time, and there was some jazz standard on there, and
for Christmas time, go out and listen on shadowfields.com. There's a free download for our winter album.
Yeah. And then in 2015,
another Deb King.
Yeah, Deb King came out again with Aiden.
Yeah.
Heather's son Aiden came out, and they did all the artwork for this, and
that was
they took pictures for it. And that's for All I Wanted to Hear. That's I feel like All I Wanted to Hear was when we finally hit our stride.
Yep.
You know, we had multiple people in the band over many years, and right before this album, we just said, let's just start again. And so we just went down just the two of us, and then we hired Jordy Kleiner came in, and Jeff Tepp came in. On the previous album, we did have like some brass players and stuff like that come in, and on Wish It For You, we had a bunch of people.
Paff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we had a few different people, and this was Jim Levis played for the first time on this album on Far Away, and so did Tony Metters.
Yep.
Tony joined the band, and his audition was Far Away. It was.
So funny.
We recorded him as an audition, and after that it was like, we like him. And so that was wonderful. We had a huge concert for that one. That was probably our biggest CD release.
At the Prairie Center.
I remember when we did that, we thought that we were going to lose our shirts on that because it was expensive.
It was really great.
Because it was thousands of dollars to rent that building for just a few short hours.
But we had wine tasting, and we had like a whole bunch of crumpets, and
we did a whole lot of stuff. And all my friends at Upstaging came out, and they did a video shoot. You can find that stuff on YouTube. And it was amazing. It was
an incredible day.
It was definitely one of our highest points.
Finest hours.
Yep. And then
Tapestry of Shadows.
And then in 2017, Gary Jacklin had joined us. He joined us in 2016, though. And then, because he joined us pretty much right after All I Wanted to Hear came out.
Yep.
Jeff played a few shows with us, and then he left. And then I remember Jeff calling me up one day, or sending me an email saying, "Are you still looking for a violin player?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's like impossible." And he said, "Contact Gary." And so we contacted Gary, and it has been like total fast friendship ever since.
He's like our gypsy violinist.
Gary's wonderful.
Yep.
And so then we had Tapestry of Shadows, and all the artwork on this one, all the shadow pictures and things like that
They were given, they were really...
Tony Skarouk and Pat O'Brien and Ed Marzano and Tony Thompson, and I'm probably forgetting somebody, but they were the main guys from Upstaging that helped us do this, and they helped set up the whole video shoot for what is it?
Passing Shadows. Yeah. But so many people contributed by sending us their shadow pictures, and
There's
then we
300 pictures of people's shadows.
It was pretty incredible, the outpouring of people.
Tapestry of Shadows. It's a tapestry of people.
Yes,
the shadows of the people. And so that was what that was all about. I really liked that one because it was a slight bit more aggressive, and it had aggressive mandolin playing.
Oh yeah.
Which was kind of unheard of. I still don't hear anybody doing mandolin in that abusive way. People play bluegrass and things like that with a mandolin, but I don't think people ever use it as the main rhythmic instrument because it's a tiny little thing.
Yeah, Better Day is the favorite song that I like. It's
Yeah,
actually
that's
really great to
banjo one.
play. Yeah.
Yep.
Banjo is such a happy instrument, and but Better Day is a song that is really relevant right now, I think.
Yeah.
So
We definitely need some better days in 2020. Okay, so that's that one. And then
ta-da!
Last year-
Ta-da!
last year we put out Festival for One. And all the
Yeah.
artwork was done by Aidan Humphrey.
Very,
And,
very sweet.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And it actually won an award for Best Americana.
And Alice is the main character.
Alice
She's
is the
right
main
there,
character.
you know, is going into a festival tent.
Yeah.
And it's a festival for one. So,
So-
very whimsical. What, you have a favorite song on that one?
There's quite a few of them. I really like Alice. I like I Wish You Could. I always like Awake.
I like Someone Else. That's
I
always a
think
fun
Someone
one.
Else
Very
is your
musical
main
kind of song. And My Clues, too.
This one was a different one, whereas the previous one, Tapestry of Shadows, set it apart because it was mainly mandolin and banjo were like the main things I played on that
That's
album.
right. Yeah.
But this one, the main instrument was piano.
Yeah,
because
very different.
I got a piano the year before we wrote, or during the year that we were writing it,
yeah.
and so it was
And
just
I kept
like
on
natural.
bringing you songs that I was writing on the piano, too. So there was a little bit of that going on, too. Especially in Only Words.
Which brings us up.
us to a big announcement on that.
We have put together a video for Only Words, and Only Words is it's a very, very special song to me. You know, and Heather came in with the piano line. I do basically nothing in that song. I play chunk 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 chunk.
Yeah.
That's all I play on guitar. It's like a nothing part. The piano is the whole thing, and Heather wrote a beautiful piano part, and we couldn't come up with words. And then one day I was sitting at work over lunch or something like that, and just a stream of consciousness wrote the whole thing.
What'd you have for lunch?
Obviously, it must have been something spicy because it was heartburn.
Oh, it was. It was.
because
Yeah.
that song
It was
is
very
so-
heart-filled.
It's.
I think I didn't really
extremely-
help much with those lyrics. I think just maybe one verse, maybe, but it was really.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't
was,
remember. It was a very quick write.
Yep.
But anyway, we have a video coming out, and we're going to put it out with between now and Sunday. Is going to be actually
Next Sunday.
yeah, this coming Sunday.
Yep.
Which is
So
the
watch
30th.
for it.
Yeah, watch for it. Only Words, and we'll maybe even do a mailer or something like that. We'd like it to go kind of
Viral.
viral. Yeah, we shouldn't say viral because
I know,
everybody
'cause
hates
it's like
anything viral
pandemic.
anymore.
It's like, don't sneeze.
We'd like it to go pandemic, and no, we do want you to like and share and turn some other people onto our music. We also have another thing that has nothing to do with Shadow Fields that we finished up. We took a song that we wrote probably 10 years ago together.
That'd probably be right. It was one of the very first songs that I wrote.
Yeah, and it's called "Take Me." And then in the last few months, we sat down and decided we're going to finish this thing up. And so this is my debut on the new drum kit that we got for the studio, and it was a blast.
That was your COVID purchase.
Yeah.
Just so as everybody
Yeah.
knows that other people bought other things, but you bought a drum kit.
You got to keep yourself busy somehow. And I taught myself everything about
How to learn how to tuning drums. Who knew that drums had pitches? Oh, the pitches.
But anyway, Only Words this Sunday, and then next week we'll put out Take Me.
Under Garden of Souls. So
Yeah,
if you're
it's
interested,
Garden of Souls.
like us on Garden of Souls. And it's kind of a prayer in some ways, right? Around, how you want to be, how you want your life to be, and what kinds of things wanting the Lord to help you with. So
Take you from that bad place.
yep, take you from a bad place and bring you to some place different.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we could use a little bit of that now, huh? So that's what we're doing a little bit to celebrate. It's been a lot of fun. 14 years together, ups and downs, and
I think we could call ourselves songwriters now.
after all this time.
I remember asking you, when could we say that we were professional songwriters? And you said when we get paid.
That's pretty much the.
So we
but
kept
we did
the $3
Yeah,
that we got for
3 for 3.
Yep, in Romeoville, the very first time, and we kept that. And
that was probably around 2007 or I don't know, something like that.
And so we are, at that moment, we were songwriters.
Yeah.
But not exactly how I feel now versus then. Very different.
We'd like to just take a second right before we close up here, just to thank everybody that's been part of our journey and this adventure that's been supportive. Obviously, our families, all the guys that have been in the band. We have
Igor Domovsky, Eric Fish,
and
who's in Kenosha right now. As a police officer.
Yeah, pray for him.
Yep.
And Edwin
Rivera. Yep.
And Dre Bohannon. And
Jeff Tepema.
Todd Baton.
Todd Baton was in our band.
Jordy Kleiner.
Jordy was with us for a little while.
Yeah, Jordy was a major player on the 4th album. That was pretty special.
Yeah, and the people that have really supported us, we've got Chicago Acoustic Underground, and Lily Kuzma, at
Bandwagon Network Radio.
Network, yep.
Our friends out in Painesville, Ohio, at Writers Inn.
Yep. Oh, we just incredible people that we've met across the United States
people.
of America.
We don't want to go into like every single person.
But
we could be here all night.
But amazing.
It has been a really great journey. Heather and I definitely want to thank Jim Levis, Tony Metters, and Gary Jacklin for like giving their lives to what we're doing. Jim was the first to join this adventure back in 2012.
And he has stuck with us, huh?
He has stuck with us, or we've stuck with him. I don't know, one of the two. And
he's awesome.
Tony's been with us over 5 years, and Gary's been with us around 4 years.
Yep. And we still really like each other and are really great friends.
We've had a great time. We can't wait to get back out on the road. And so I know we've made this extremely long, and thanks for watching. Be watching for our new videos that are coming out. I would say that Only Words is extremely sentimental. Make sure you have your Kleenex all ready, or your tissues by your side when you're watching that. Gary saw it the other day, and he said that he was getting his hair cut. He was with the hairstylist, and he said after he got his hair cut, he watched it on his phone with the hairstylist, and she cried. So
it wasn't because she cut his hair.
No, that'd been him. They'd cried if. But
okay. Well,
so that was
awesome.
a success.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to you seeing that. Also, Take Me is trip down psychedelia. So basically, do not do mushrooms before that. It'll be too much. There's a lot of swirling going on in that. And thanks for being part of our adventure.
So happy anniversary, Tom.
Happy anniversary.
14 more we gotta go.
Yep. Maybe in the next 14 we'll become household names. Well, we are a household name around here.
We are.
Yep.
At your house.
Yeah. We're going house to house. We'll be at a house near you soon.
Thanks, everybody, for an amazing ride.